I've never seen so many cowards and black men in this business. I would have to put my brother Tyler Perry in that. See, when I see you do a clip and you go to TD's church, and I watch you write a check for $1 million in front of the congregation, and you give it to this man, was that for the congregation to give more money? Or was that really genuine?
She's so fierce.
See, when no one's watching, who are you? So when everyone's watching, and we got a chance to see when no one was watching. The first person to pay Taraji P. Henson the most money she's ever made. And then we said, but did you pay her fairly? And then he said, I paid her more than she's ever made. What does that mean?
Right off the bat, the internet was stunned and confused. News broke that beloved actor Malcolm-Jamal Warner had drowned while vacationing with his family. At first, reports described it as an accidental drowning caused by a rip current at a beach in Costa Rica. He was swimming with his 8-year-old daughter when tragedy struck. While she was miraculously saved by a surfer, Malcolm was pulled out by a lifeguard, but it was too late. CPR attempts failed, and the autopsy later confirmed death by asphyxiation from submersion. On the surface, it looked like a tragic accident, but not everyone is convinced. Fans online immediately began questioning how a healthy man could drown under those conditions. The comparisons came quick. Matthew Perry, Whitney Houston, all died from drowning too, but under mysterious circumstances. While the official story ruled out drugs or foul play, many pointed out the story kept changing. One moment it's a rip current, the next it's a possible neurological drug in his system. Someone even claimed he had taken a drink from a bottle right before entering the water, and that bottle, gone. But then things took a sharp turn when Katt Williams and Monique entered the chat. Both comedians are known for speaking out about Hollywood's dark underbelly, and now they're raising serious questions about Malcolm's death. According to them, this wasn't just some random accident. They believe Malcolm was resisting something powerful, and paid the price. Word on the street is that Tyler Perry may have had something to do with it. Allegedly, Tyler had tried to get Malcolm involved in what's being described as shady industry activity, and Malcolm refused. Shortly after that, he was dead. To make it even more suspicious, Tyler quickly hosted a private memorial reading at his studio with the cast of Read Between the Lines, a show Malcolm had worked on. A kind gesture or a carefully planned distraction? This is where things get messy. Monique and Katt Williams have been warning people for years about what really goes on in the industry. Monique, in particular, has had a long and bitter history with Tyler. She says he helped blacklist her after she refused to do unpaid press for Precious, a movie she starred in for just $50,000. When she declined to attend a film festival in France, choosing instead to stay home with her family, Tyler allegedly told her she was being difficult. He even said if she promoted the film, her next movie could earn her $6 to $8 million. Monique responded, "I don't believe in working for free." Tyler shot back, "I don't believe in giving away money." That was the beginning of the end. Then there's Katt Williams, who's gone even further. He's accused Tyler of deliberately feminizing black male actors and using his influence to silence those who don't play along. He called out how Tyler forced actor Brandon Jay to play a gay character against his will in Meet the Browns, even after the script was changed last minute. Brandon said he felt threatened and pressured to continue, even though that wasn't the role he auditioned for. And it doesn't stop there. Actor Derek Dixon is currently suing Tyler for $260 million, claiming sexual assault and blackballing. Derek alleges that Tyler made an advance on him, tried to coerce him, and then ruined his career when he refused. Screenshots and messages were included in the lawsuit. And actor Christian Keys, he didn't name names, but he too hinted at being targeted by a powerful industry figure who wanted more than just talent. He even pulled his show from BET, which airs on Tyler Perry's network, after what he called sabotage and disrespect.
Right off the bat, the internet seemed very perplexed about how does an accidental drowning occur. I immediately thought of Matthew Perry and Whitney Houston. They had the same cause of death, so we know where that came from. No illicit behavior, nothing, no smoking gun that you can really point to other than a powerful current in the ocean while you were swimming with your family on vacation, which is like maybe the most tragic circumstances of all. Everything was good, you're hanging out with your family, you're on vacation, you're making memories, and next thing you know, a rip current rips you away, and that's all she wrote. I honestly don't know what's worse. Something that's regrettable and reckless leaves you wondering why and how did we miss this and could this have been avoided. Something like this, though, is just like 1 minute you're good and the next minute you're gone. With your family there, and I'm sure they were trying to save you, and oh my God, that is absolutely gut-wrenching. Just one of those examples of how Mother Nature can be an absolute deadly force. So once again, rest in peace to Malcolm-Jamal Warner, gone at the age of 54. Simply from a rip current while swimming with his family. Oh.
Malcolm's own words are now being seen in a new light. In a recent interview, he talked about rejecting roles that compromised his values. He said he'd always had the luxury of being picky and credited his mother for teaching him the importance of longevity in the industry. He said, "I've never had to take a role that would compromise my soul." At the time, it seemed like a statement of pride. Now, people wonder if it was a subtle warning. So what really happened to Malcolm-Jamal Warner? Was it really just a tragic accident? Or was he silenced for refusing to play the Hollywood game? No one can say for certain, but the questions keep piling up. Why were there early reports of a bottle that mysteriously vanished? Why did the cause of death keep shifting? And why did Tyler Perry move so quickly to host a memorial that looked more like PR than mourning? Fans are not letting this go. One person online wrote, "I think Malcolm was eliminated. The story kept changing every 5 minutes." Another said, "There's more to this than they're telling us." Some even believe a muscle-paralyzing drug was used, making it impossible for Malcolm to swim to safety. Whether or not that's true, the speculation is growing louder by the day. And while nothing is officially confirmed, the whispers have turned into roars, especially with Monique and Katt Williams refusing to stay silent. Tyler Perry may have millions, studios, and awards, but according to them, he also has secrets. Secrets that cost people their careers and maybe even their lives. Word on the street is that Tyler Perry may have had something to do with it. Allegedly, Tyler had tried to get Malcolm involved in what's being described as shady industry activity, and Malcolm refused. Shortly after that, he was dead. To make it even more suspicious, Tyler quickly hosted a private memorial reading at his studio with the cast of Read Between the Lines, a show Malcolm had worked on. A kind gesture or a carefully planned distraction?